What's the cruelest thing you've ever seen a child do? My 11-year-old neighbor Tyler systematically destroyed his little sister's life for 2 years, and nobody believed her until I caught him on camera doing something that made my blood freeze. I'm a night shift nurse who works from home during the day. My bedroom window faces their backyard, so I'd often see 7-year-old Emma playing alone while Tyler watched from inside. Something always felt off about how she'd suddenly stop playing and run inside crying whenever he appeared at the window. Their mom, Sarah, would come to me exhausted, asking if I'd heard Emma screaming again. She keeps having these meltdowns about Tyler, claiming he's mean to her, but he's always in his room playing video games when it happens. Tyler was the perfect son. Straight A's, volunteered at church, helped elderly neighbors with groceries. Teachers called him mature beyond his years. Meanwhile, Emma was labeled difficult, attention-seeking, prone to lying. One afternoon, I was working at my desk when I heard Emma in their backyard. She'd set up an elaborate fairy garden with tiny furniture she'd been collecting for months. 3 hours of careful arrangement, little paths made of pebbles, flowers planted in miniature pots. Tyler came outside carrying a basketball. He walked straight through her fairy garden, crushing everything. Emma screamed, "You did that on purpose!" Tyler's face transformed into fake concern. "Oh no, Emma, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it." He hugged her while she sobbed, then whispered something in her ear that made her go rigid. When Sarah came out, Tyler was already crying. "Mom, I accidentally stepped on Emma's garden and now she's saying I did it on purpose. She hates me." Sarah sent Emma to her room for lying again. That's when I started recording. I pointed my phone camera out my window whenever both kids were outside. For 3 weeks, nothing happened when adults were around. Then I caught it. Emma was drawing with chalk on the patio. Tyler came out with a water bottle, smiled at her, then accidentally spilled it all over her drawings. When she started crying, he leaned down and said clearly, "Nobody will ever believe you. You're the bad kid, remember?" But the worst part was what he did next. He went inside, grabbed scissors, came back, and cut off a chunk of Emma's hair while she was still crying over her ruined drawings. Just walked up behind her and snipped. Emma screamed and ran inside. 5 minutes later, Sarah stormed out. "Emma, did you cut your own hair for attention again?" Tyler stood behind his mom, smirking. I'd filmed everything. I marched over with my phone and showed Sarah. Her face went white watching her perfect son terrorize Emma, then frame her for it. Oh my God, how long has this been happening? We checked the house and found Emma's destroyed toys hidden under Tyler's bed, her missing homework in his closet, her favorite stuffed animal with the eyes cut out buried in his drawer. The child psychologist said Tyler showed signs of severe antisocial behavior. He'd been systematically gaslighting his sister since she was old enough to talk, making everyone think she was troubled while he tortured her in secret. Emma finally broke down and told us everything. How Tyler would pinch her under the dinner table, then act shocked when she cried. How he'd tell her terrifying stories at night, then report her nightmares as attention-seeking behavior. How he'd move her things and convince her she was forgetful. Tyler's in intensive therapy now. Sarah had to quit her job to supervise them constantly. Emma still flinches when he walks into a room, but she's finally started smiling again. Last week, she built a new fairy garden. This time, I keep my camera ready, just in case.